I sang with my family, the Tallies, for about 25 years, and we were always blessed to get to be part of the original Christians Alternative to Halloween back when it was in Winston-Salem at LJVM Coliseum. It was one of the biggest events, if not the biggest, that we did all year, but it was the wildest crowd we sang to all year. They got into it like nobody I've ever seen. And there would be dramas and skits, and it was not uncommon to see people just getting up and running and taking a lap around this big Coliseum. And there was always a great spirit there. But I'll tell y'all one thing that I've always thought was funny about that event. We always shared the stage with a lot of different artists back then. There would be 7 or 8 artists on the show each time. And Michael Combs always kind of came toward the end of the night because he was one of the big draws. And the only gospel artist I've ever seen have a mosh pit in front of the stage was Michael Combs at the Alternative to Halloween. Those people went crazy over what he did, but we always had a good time there. And I'm so excited this event is coming back. I think it's long overdue, and I'm glad to be part of it.
Oh, that's awesome. Awesome. So Eric, let's talk a little bit about Triumphant. I mean, right now you guys are flying high. You won tons of awards again this year at the Singing News Fan Awards. And for some reason or another, I never had Triumphant at the Christians Alternative to Halloween.
Well, I don't think you liked us back then, Ray. But,
I hadn't made up my mind about you right yet, but
still on the fence. But no, I think one of the biggest reasons is we were still at the theater back in when it was still going on. We didn't form until 2000, the last part of 2002, and of course we were at the Louise Monroe Theater for 5 years after that. So that might have been the reason. We just didn't sing a lot, and we wouldn't book outside the theater a lot, especially on during that part of the year because we were working so much at the theater. So, but I heard a lot about it, and Lauren is actually very excited about what she used to, enjoy about it. So I'm excited about being with the other 2 artists and seeing what it holds for us on Sunday night. Can't wait.
I want the mosh pit back this year. I want y'all to do the mosh pit for me Sunday night.
When you were talking about Michael Combs, Michael did a live video during the Christians Alternative to Halloween. And as a part of that live video, we took one of his songs and made a little drama out of it. Well, that drama had the devil coming through the gates of hell, and Jesus is out here. And whenever, no, I'm totally wrong. I'm backwards on that. So you have the devil out here, and he is tormenting this person. I don't remember who it was that was on stage. Well, all of a sudden, Jesus comes through this gate and slams the door. Well, when that door opens and hits, this huge explosion goes off. Well, Michael had forgot about all of that because during, when we did the sound check, we didn't want to pay to actually use pyro during sound check. Well, when that explosion went off, Michael literally jumped and totally forgot. He couldn't remember the words to the song, which sort of messed up the drama because it all was supposed to go along with that. But everybody was so into it, it didn't matter. Because when the door opened and Jesus came out and threw the devil off the stage, the whole Coliseum went crazy. So it was pretty awesome. So we also have Kevin here from Williamson Branch, and I met these guys. Kevin, I met you up at the Ark Encounter this year, and I was really impressed with him and his family. And they do a bluegrass style of gospel music. And so when I'm looking at this variety of people that we have here, we've got a taste for anybody. If you like any kind of music whatsoever, we have it all right here. And so, hey, man, we're excited to have you to be a part of this.
Well, thank you guys for having Williamson Branch. I mean, man, this is a great lineup, and we're just honored to be a part of it. I would just like to say that, in bluegrass music, we do mosh pits all the time. I mean, it's just nothing to have at a bluegrass festival. Several grandmothers being being lifted above the crowd. No, but seriously, our family, we have Williamson Branch is my wife and my 3 daughters and I, and then we also have a banjo player that travels with us, and we just have so much fun, singing and playing and bringing glory to the name of the Lord, and so, wow, just so exciting. We're just so excited to be there with you guys.
Well, it's going to be good. You're going to enjoy this because it's a very unique event. We're keeping with the theme of the original Christians Alternative to Halloween. So all the kids that are coming, every kid under 14, they're all getting in free. And then every single child that comes dressed as a Bible character, they're all getting a full bag of candy that we give them right as they leave to really get them going really good before they get home and their parents try to get them to go to sleep.
Okay, so I'm going as a struggling gospel singer. Am I eligible to get candy? I was told there was going to be candy.
Oh, goodness. But we've got that. Hey, there's one other artist, and they were not able to be on here with us today, but it's the group from the Ark Encounter. And many of the people during 40 Days and 40 Nights got to know these guys. And they sang almost every day during 40 Days and 40 Nights. They're going to be with us too. Their name is True Song. And this is I think this is literally their very first concert ever singing outside of the Ark. So they're going to be joining us. And so it just adds even more to the variety. But back to the event. So this event is at Hopewell Baptist Church. And we were talking earlier, Lauren, I know that you and I were there during the Girls and Guitars tour. And that was an incredible night that we were there. I know that it was packed. And then we went there with Triumphant and it was Triumphant and Emily Ann Roberts is who was there. We went there, and Eric, you did a really nice job that night. And I'm hoping you'll repeat that again.
Maybe just play the recording.
But so all of that's happening this coming Sunday night at 6:00, and that is at the Hopewell Baptist Church in Monroe, North Carolina. We want to invite everybody to come. If you're watching this, whether you have kids, grandkids, maybe have a Sunday school class or a church group, come that night and we're going to get together. We're going to hear some great music by Lauren Talley, True Song, Triumphant, and Williamson and Branch. We'll have an opportunity for the Lord to move during that concert, and we'll also give an opportunity for people to come to know Christ. And so I'm just looking forward to it. I was thinking, Lauren started telling all these stories. And Lauren, as you were telling those stories, I was thinking back to, there was one night back at the Coliseum when we did the Christians Alternative to Halloween. And the gentleman gave the message that night. And we had over 1,000 people that one night that came forward. Wow. And we were overwhelmed. We had so many, we had rooms that were set up for counseling and all this kind of stuff. We couldn't fit everybody in all the rooms. And just watching God move and how he used that event, there were thousands and thousands of people through the 15 years that it was at LJVM Coliseum. And you know what? I'm still watching God move today. God has not changed, even though our world is absolutely crazy. There is still the solid foundation in God's word. And so I'm looking forward to y'all sharing, whenever you're there on Sunday night.
Yeah. And I was just thinking, what a great problem to have, not enough counselors, not enough, we're overwhelming the counselors, we're overwhelming the rooms. when God truly starts to move, we're gonna have to we're just gonna have to adapt to whatever he's got going on, and praise God, may it be again,
Yeah.
Eric, you're
Right.
probably one of the best I have ever seen at bringing what y'all do down to the point where you invite people to respond to the gospel. And I know that's a focal point for you, is to present the gospel when Triumphant's in concert. But I guess I really want to know how that became so important to you all, and what is your goal every night when you do that? Because you're about the best I've ever seen at it.
Well, you're very kind to say that. I was a pastor before I really ever started singing full time, and so I pastored a couple of years, and still speak from time to time. And you know, for me, and I know I don't mean to sound super spiritual here, but for me, the singing and whatever is just the tool to get you to the point to where God really wants you to go, and that is to the invitation point, the invitation time. And so, he hopefully, you can keep their attention long enough and get their attention, to be able to share Christ with them, and to do it in a way, all of our songs, including yours, all of our songs point to Jesus. They all point to Jesus. But I think there needs to be at some point during the night a clear presentation of the gospel, of what it really means to come to him, and what it to forsake all else and surrender your life fully to him. And so I every night, and I've been asked not to, but by a few people, but every night I'm going to share the gospel one way or the other, and that is it's always been, even in the theater, it was a focal point of ours. But Lauren, you're so sweet to say that. Thank you.
Well, I hope you don't ever stop, because it's important, and you guys are wonderful at that. And I'm just excited to be with everybody. And I've never had the opportunity to hear Williamson Branch before, so I'm looking forward to getting acquainted with you all and hearing what you do. Kevin, you seem like you're lots of fun and maybe a little bit nuts, so I'm sure we'll get along great.
Well, I think I've presented myself correctly then.
No, I'm really looking forward to meeting y'all and hearing what everybody brings that night. It'll be great.
Yeah, thank you, Lauren. We're really excited to be singing with all the groups, and we kind of run in a different set of circles, mostly with the bluegrass folks. So anybody who came out of bluegrass, like the Isaacs or Jeff and Sherry, we know all that crowd. But the people that from the Southern Gospel, we're just getting to know those folks, and everybody's been great to us, and so we're just really excited.
Well, we're looking forward to this Sunday night. I know it's going to be incredible. We want to invite anyone that's watching to come and be with us. The music's going to be great. Watching all the kids all dressed up is going to be fun. Getting them some candy to celebrate Jesus. That's what we're going to do, is come together and celebrate Jesus for this Christians Alternative Halloween. Again, it's going to be this Sunday, October the 30th at 6 o'clock. You do not need a ticket. It will be just a donation at the door. It's $15 donation at the door, and your kids are absolutely free. So I'll tell you what, Eric, Lauren, Kevin, look forward to seeing you guys, seeing what God's going to do. So
It's going to be awesome.
All right. We'll talk to y'all later.